Got another haul from Pleasant Hill Grain, so let's see what I got. Hey y'all, welcome back to Grains and Grit. My name is Felicia, and on this channel we talk all things real whole grains from a biblical perspective. I've done these before, you know I love them. I talk about Pleasant Hill Grain because I do love them as a company. They are a sponsor to this channel, Grains and Grit, and I'm so thankful for them because it's kind of broadened my horizons as far as where to purchase grains and all the things that they also have. So if you're not familiar with Pleasant Hill Grain, you're missing out. Be sure to check them out. Just go to grainsandgrit.com/PHG. Check out all the things because it is basically a store for us grainies because they got the grain mills, the mixers, the wheat berries, all the things. And especially if you're a homesteader, you can also get in even more trouble because they have things for that class too. So without further ado, let's get to this haul. First up, I got myself a baguette pan. I believe this brand, but in a French bread style. And I love that. It makes it very easy, perfect French bread sizes and shapes. So I needed the baguette because that is coming up for July's Make Bread 365 challenge. I need that. Next up, I got me another set. This is basically the baker's pack that that you can buy separately for the Nutrimel Artiste or the Bosch Universal Mixer. So you know that I have both now, and I find myself where I am needing another set because yes, I do a lot of times, surprisingly, use both mixers at the same time. So I went ahead and got another set. These are interchangeable between the Bosch and the Nutrimel Artiste, but I just needed another set because I sometimes use them both. And then I needed some more soft white wheat. So this is organic soft white wheat. And their soft white wheat comes from a different company, Mountain High Organics. They're based in Connecticut. Not surprising that it comes from someplace else because soft white wheat and hard wheats need different growing conditions usually. And then I also grabbed some more hard white wheat berries. If you haven't seen my videos before, I love Pleasant Hill Grain because these are very sealed buckets. These are sealed, and inside the wheat berries I know are extremely clean. They are in sealed Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. You're good to go. So I got 2 of the 5-gallon buckets with those. And then up next, I went ahead and got me some barley malt syrup. This is organic. And basically I got this because first of all, I've been asked questions about using malt syrups, but this is also what's traditionally used in bagels. So as you can see, I looked on the back and you can use it in place of sugar as well. So that's cool. I'm going to have to experiment with that. It is made with organic sprouted barley and water. So pretty cool. All right. Then up, I got a couple of books. So you'll see why I got this book in a bit. Home cheese making. We now have a cow, lots of milk, really wanting to get into cheeses. And I've already seen through here, one thing I really like is at the top, they do state if it's intermediate, advanced, or beginners. And they have so many different cheeses. This is Ricky Carroll, who is the co-founder of New England Cheesemaking Company. It came pretty highly recommended. So I've got this, and it's got like all the cheeses, cheddar, mozzarella, the easy cheeses, more advanced cheeses. So this looks like a great book. And then I went ahead and grabbed Blue Ribbon Preserves as well. I've really got the canning bug. I've been canning all the things, and I don't actually own any canning books yet. So this is the beginning. I'm starting my own collection. So far, I have been either using Google or borrowing books from the library. So this is the beginning of canning books I want to have. And then here's pretty simple. It's just a bread knife. This is the Kuhn Calori bread knife. I'm starting to get various bread knives because I do want to be experimenting with them, seeing which ones I like, recommend, so on and so forth. So I'll let you know about that one. All right. And then one thing I've come to love about Pleasant Hill Grain is they have bulk seasonings, and these are all from Frontier Co-op, which is great. And they come in bulk. So these are organic seasonings. And so I went ahead and kind of stocked up. So it's going to last me a decent bit. So these are my most used one. Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder. Caraway seeds, not one of my most used. Besides salt, if I have these 3 seasonings, I can make anything. plus my salt. The caraway seeds I got because I've been getting into doing my own fermented type foods, and many of them call for caraway seeds. And I've also discovered that when you make sauerkraut, the key is caraway. You add caraway, game changer. It is amazing. And I'm usually not a fan of sauerkraut, but I love my homemade sauerkraut caraway seeds. But multiple things require caraway seeds, so I noticed I'm starting to use them more, so I got them in bulk. And then one huge big ticket item this time is the Cuisinart 14 cup food processor. I have gone years with no food processor. I could not really justify it for two reasons. I did not want to lose my knife skills. I wanted to improve my knife skills. And this is another appliance. Do I really need it? And for a while I could say no. And then I got into canning and I'm now needing like 12 cups of onions diced up, and it is taking me forever. So this bad boy, 14 cup, I now have predominantly to help me whenever I am cooking in massive bulk quantities to do the chopping, the cutting, the shredding, especially of cheese. I never buy shredded cheese, and sometimes I require a lot of shredded cheese. So I'm going to start using this to help cut. Usually I give it a child, one of my older kids, the cheese grater to do that. But in this case, when I need it faster, I can now do that. So this is the 14 cup. This is larger. I also want to experiment making bread in here because I've seen where people have used their food processors as for kneading. I've never tried it, especially with fresh and mill wheat. So I'll have to experiment more and report back to y'all. And then last but not least, or one of the last but not least, because I'm getting into cheeses, I needed a cheese press. This is the New England Cheese Making Supply Company cheese press. And I will say this is solid, y'all. Like, this feels good quality. I do not need the books. This comes with this is going to, this holds it down and stuff. It kind of screws down, where other cheese presses I've seen require you to add your own weights to it. This one does not. So this one is more expensive, but it had raving reviews, and I liked how I did not have to add my own weights. So it came with this, as well as they call it the followers. It's just a block here, and then this stainless steel drip pan. They just put that to protect it, and then the instructions here on using the cheese press. And then I went ahead and got, now this comes separately, the actual cheese mold. I can already say, especially from looking at the recipes, that I'm going to want a bigger size. I went ahead and just got the 1 pound. I believe this is the 1 pound one, and they come bigger, but these are sold separately with Pleasant Hill Grain. And so I can already tell if I'm going to go through all this work for cheeses, I'm probably going to want to make more. But this is all New England Cheese Making Company. I think the mold is as well. I'm not sure. Again, the mold, you buy your molds separately. So that is separate. I'm not sure what brand, but it does work with this. A cheese mold is a cheat mold. And so that's it, y'all. I mean, it's kind of sad for me because it seems like such a tiny haul, but make no mistake, this was an expensive haul because I've just got some really big ticket items. There they are. So the food processor is money. So is the cheese press. But these are things that you don't buy over and over again. I hope these are the last that I ever have to buy, basically. So there you have it, y'all. Hopefully this was kind of inspiring. Again, new things seen from Pleasant Hill Grain that I have not purchased before, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to definitely start keeping up with my spices from them because they're a good price for organic spices. And I know that Frontier is a good brand. And of course, more books to add to my collection because I'm a little obsessed. So again, it seems like a small haul, but not according to the bank account because I just bought some big ticket items this time that I needed. I'm investing in them. I cannot wait to start getting into the cheeses. I've made my own basic mozzarella, a queso fresco. I have attempted traditional ricotta, big fail. So I'm needing to up my game. And so I'm excited to start doing this. And now I need to get all the cultures and stuff and all the things. But hopefully this was helpful, gave you some information, showed you some more things that Pleasant Hill Grain has to offer that you may not be aware of. Again, grainsandgrit.com/PHG. Let me know what your favorite things are from Pleasant Hill Grain. And as always, I'll talk to you next week. Bye.